الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على عبدك ورسولك نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. Inshallah, we will continue with our series on amazing women. Today, our discussion is going to be a bit longer because of some information that I wanted to share with you. I'll try to finish, as short as possible. So let me start with a hadith. That hadith, a narration that appeared in Sunan Abu Dawood, hadith number 511 and 44. It was a story that I wanted to start with, and this was narrated from Abu Tufail. Abu Tufail, he was a young man, and he saw what happened in a village. Okay, the village is very close to Mecca at that time. The name of the village is Ji'irana. Ji'irana is the village. Okay, let me just quickly go over the hadith and get an idea what we were talking about. Okay, so رأيت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. So this is Abu Tufail radiallahu ta'ala anhu was narrating. I saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam يقسم لحما بال Ji'irana. He was in Ji'irana village, and then he was distributing meat and so on. So then I was يومئذ on that day, Gudam, a young man, Ahmadu Azamu Jazu. I was carrying a camel bone and so on and so forth. And وإذا أقبلت إذ أقبلت التمرأة حتى ذاتت إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فبسط لها رداء فجلست علي فقلت من هي؟ فقالوا هذه أمه التي أرضعت. So like I said, Abu Tufail was in a village near Mecca. Okay, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam distributing meat. Then he passed by, he was there. Then he saw a woman who met the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Immediately the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam put his rida, something that he was cover himself, right? It's kind of a piece of cloth. It is out of respect because he wants to honor that woman. And then he was looking, who's that woman? He was surprised. How come Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam give such an honor to this woman? Man here? Who's this woman? فقالوا هذه أمه. This is the mother التي أرضعت. That woman, that is the mother who breastfeed the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we see that mother, it was none other than Halimah radiyallahu ta'ala anha wa ardaha. How Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam honor her when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then he actually put out his cover, is something that he covered, put it down and made her sit on that. And it's an honor. And it is our duty to honor her It is our duty to know her. It is our duty to love her. So her name is Halimah binti Abi Du'ayb as-Sadiyah. She had a privilege to take a baby Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and kept with her for 4 years. Then she returned to her mom, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mom. Now, Ibn Hisham has a lot of story. Almost all Sirah books, we will see this. The one that I am going to share with you is from Ibn Hisham, Ibn Ishaq, sorry, Ibn Ishaq. This is from Abdullah ibn Ja'far, radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. This was a story, kind of, let's understand as a story. She was narrating. She was telling Abdullah ibn Ja'far is narrating a story that the Halimah radiyallahu ta'ala anha was going to Mecca with many other women, many other people, go because they are from village, and then they wanted to go to Mecca to hoping to have babies to nurse them. So their village is well known because the village, this is a tradition at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that they send their children to a village where more healthy, no diseases, is fresh air in the desert, out in the desert, and also they speak proper language. The language is pure, the place is pure. So if they send them, their language, their tongue is going to be very pure. They will not be in city, because Mecca is the city, is become, even those days, it's like people coming from all over Arab world, Yemen and Syria and Iraq, other places where the language is kind of mixed, but pure Arabic is only spoken in a desert. So desert women, what they do, they go to Mecca and they collect the baby so that they will bring them, and they will bring them up, young baby, they will breastfeed them, and hoping to get a lot of rewards from their fathers, right? So this was the journey she was taking. She said, my ride was so slow. The rest of the people were complaining, and so much so that they left us. We were the last to get there, to Mecca. By the time we get there, almost all children were taken, except this boy. And we had a discussion, okay, look, we came all the way because our ride was poor, it's not, we will not be able to feed them properly. They were very slow in getting there. It was also a year of drought. So we didn't have enough food to feed them, not to talk of ourselves, we don't even have enough. So by the time we get there, only Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was left, baby Muhammad was left. So they decided to take that baby. And then she said, once baby, because they want to take children with the fathers alive. So the fathers are the one who reward them a lot. So they don't take that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam because he didn't have a father. His father passed away, right? So she described the journey of return. They said our camel, for example, she described that the camels that we have had not a single drop of milk. She has a baby, my infant son, she has a baby son with me, and the baby could not sleep, crying because not enough milk. So we arrive in Mecca, we return and we take them. So So when we come back, my husband said, well, you know what? We will take them, perhaps Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will place good within him, with us. So he said, as soon as we put baby Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to my lap, and then he started drinking milk, and the milk flows, and so much so that he doesn't drink all of it, and he left it. And then so that my son also had an opportunity to drink. And it has been so long, and I never had that kind of milk in my breast. And we arrived there, we saw all our camels were well fed, and they have milk were full. I mean, we could milk them all. And this was a miracle. This was indeed a miracle of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we drank our full. We spent the night with a full stomach that we never had it in the past. Okay. My husband said, by Allah, oh Halimah, I believe you have taken, or you have acquired, a blessed soul. Okay, this is what we felt. So when we were going, our ride was so slow, right? We could not keep up with the rest of the dam. And when we were coming back, we were the first, our rides were very fast. And that is the blessing or barakah of Rasulullah sallallahu, baby Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Then she was still talking about that they reached outskirts of where our tribe is. This is a Banu Sa'ad bin Bakr. This is the tribe we're talking about, and this is their tribe. So we camped, and there was a very dry land, and I swear that the one who has my soul in my hand, our sheep would go out and graze them outskirts, and they will return with the full, and their milk were plenty. While others, their sheep or their animal will go out and they didn't have enough. They didn't get them. So people begin to gaze their animals wherever, our mother Halimah radiallahu ta'ala anha, animal graze. So they thought this was where the pastures are, and that's what they do this. Now, there is an incident happened, and before the incident, there was an agreement that, of course, from time to time, they take them and to show the baby, and they bring them back. That's a tradition. At one point, they are supposed to return the baby, but she was so attached to the baby and their family, so they wanted to extend to have a baby Muhammad with them a bit longer. So they were hoping that their request will be granted. So they went there, and then it just happened, and one of the reports says that there was a sort of virus or disease in Mecca. So people were getting sick, children are getting sick. So they actually had a opportunity that when they were requested, they were granted immediately. Yeah, take them away, because we don't want our son Muhammad, our baby Muhammad, to be infected. So they were very happy. They brought them back. And then there was an incident happen, and that is widely reported, and then most scholars approve of this. I'm not sure whether it is, where does it come from, but I'm narrating from, like I said, Ibn Hisham. So here, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, baby Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was a bit matured in a way that Also, the narrate that it says that the maturity of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is different. Okay, for example, the other child reached in a month. Okay, the maturity, the kind of that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam we reach that state in 1 day. Okay, so 1 day old baby Muhammad is equivalent to 1 month old other baby. That's how pretty much reported. If baby Muhammad reach 1 year, other baby reach 1 year, it took only a month baby Muhammad to be equivalent to 1 year. So 1 month old baby Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has ability to do things of a baby that is a year old. All right, year old. Okay, so 2 years they returned. I said they come back. They pleaded to bring them back, and they were able to bring them back, and they were very happy. It's after a year and few months, or maybe 3 months, some reports say. So meaning that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was 3 to 4 months. So meaning 2 years and 4 months, or 2 years and 3 months, around that time, an incident happened. That incident is widely reported. Halimah children, including Halimah radiallahu ta'ala anha, we will talk about next series about her, inshallah. So they were out and playing, and then because they were with animals and so on and so forth behind the house, the young boy and the girl came running. Shaima and our brother came running and shaking, trembling, and they were saying, "Hey, there were 2 people wearing the white dress, and took our Qurayshi brother." So he called baby Muhammad Qurayshi brother, 2 years and 4 months or 3 months. And they took our Qurayshi brother, they put him down, and they opened it. They opened the chest. They opened their stomach. And they were frightened. Of course, we know this is the angels. 2 angels came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam so they ran away. And I had to narrate this because it happens under the care of Halimah radiallahu. I'm not going to go into details of why and what, and that's not the purpose. The purpose is we're talking about this incident happened under the care of Halimah. So I just mentioned this. So, and then they run. Halimah and her husband, they run, and they find them, the sallallahu alaihi baby sallallahu alaihi wasallam standing. His face is pale. I mean, a color change. He was kind of with tears. We hugged her and asked her what happened. And he said 2 men came to me and then put me down and cut open my thing, and they did something, and they returned and they back how I was. And the boy has been so they wanted to, they were scared, and they wanted to return the baby because we don't want harm to happen again. When his mother saw, she knew something was wrong. They were supposed to keep them longer, but they brought them back. So why she wondered? They said nothing is wrong, but we completed the period for him. So I thought better for you to take him back because we are concerned about him. And she did not accept our excuse. She insisted that we tell her the real story. So what happened? Tell us. So Halimah radiallahu ta'ala anha told her exactly what happened. And then her mother said, don't worry, never, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to disgrace him. My son is special, I knew it. I'm not going to go into detail what these specials are, because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born not like anybody else, but there was some miracles happens, and that's not the point. But we're trying to talk about Halimah stay, okay, right? When I was carrying him, it was very light. I don't feel it. I deliver. I saw a light, and all of this she was telling them. And then the light goes all the way to Basra and so on. When he came out, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he didn't come out like any other children. He supported his hands on the ground and raising his head to the sky, and so on and so forth. So that's not I'm going to discuss, but this is what is mentioned by Ibn Hisham. So what we know for sure is that sallallahu alaihi wasallam spent quite a bit of time when he was young, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with this family. This family is the family who had the privilege to take care of baby Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we honor her just like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam honor her. We respect her, we love her, because she gave so much love to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who listen and follow the best what we listen to. Hada wa sallallahu ala sayyidina wa nabiyyina wa habibana Muhammad salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.